Right now, someone could create a video of you saying or doing something you never did, and it would be almost impossible to tell it's fake. I'm not talking about some sci-fi movie plot. This is happening today, and honestly, it's way more sophisticated than most people realize. So here's what we're diving into: how AI video generation actually works, why it's gotten so good so fast, and what this means for you and everyone you know. Because by the end of this, you're going to understand why some of the smartest people in tech are genuinely worried. Let's start with the basics. A few years ago, deepfakes, that's the term for AI-generated fake videos, required serious technical skills and expensive hardware. You had to be someone who actually knew what they were doing. But that's changed completely. The barrier to entry has basically vanished. Today, there are tools that let you upload a photo of someone's face and a piece of audio, and within minutes, you get back a video of that person saying those exact words. Some of these tools are free. Some are behind paywalls, sure, but they're not expensive. And the quality? It's gotten terrifying. Now, let me explain why this happened so fast. The technology behind this relies on something called generative AI, specifically, deep learning models trained on millions of videos. These models learn the patterns of how human faces move, how light hits skin, how mouths sync with sound. The more data you feed them, the better they get at reproducing those patterns convincingly. There's this technique called a GAN, Generative Adversarial Network, which is basically two AI systems playing a game against each other. One system generates a fake video, and the other tries to spot what's fake about it. They keep improving each other until the fake becomes nearly indistinguishable from real footage. It's like having two artists, one forging a painting and one trying to catch the forgery. Eventually, the forger gets really, really good. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The latest generation of these tools doesn't just swap faces anymore. Some can generate entirely synthetic people from scratch. Others can take a still image and animate it in ways that look completely natural. You could theoretically create a video of a historical figure saying something they never said, a politician making a statement they never made, a CEO announcing something that could tank their company's stock. And the audio part? That's equally advanced now. AI voice synthesis has gotten so good that it can mimic someone's voice, including their accent, their speech patterns, even their emotional tone. Some tools can do this with just a few seconds of audio as reference material. Combine that with the video generation, and you've got something that could fool most people, and maybe even some fact-checkers, depending on the context. So what's the actual threat here? Let me break down the real-world implications. First, there's the personal level. Imagine someone you know becomes a victim of a deepfake video used for blackmail or revenge. It happens. There are documented cases. Even if the victim proves it's fake, the damage is already done. The video spreads faster than the debunking ever will. That's just how social media works. Second, there's the political and social level. An election is coming up, and a deepfake video surfaces of a candidate saying something inflammatory. Is it real? The campaign denies it. But the video has already been shared millions of times before anyone can verify it. Now, even if it's proven fake, half the population thinks it's real anyway. The doubt itself becomes the weapon. We've seen hints of this already. Third, there's fraud and impersonation. Imagine a CEO receives a video call from their company's board chairman asking them to wire a large sum of money urgently. The video looks perfect. The voice sounds right. It's a deep fake, but how would they know? There have already been cases where criminals used AI voice synthesis to impersonate someone and trick people into sending money. Now, here's what's wild. Detecting deepfakes is getting harder, not easier. Yes, there are detection tools. They look for artifacts, little glitches in the video, inconsistencies in lighting, frame rate issues. But as the generation technology improves, those artifacts disappear. It's an arms race, and right now, the generation side is winning. So what can actually be done about this? Well, there are a few approaches. One is technical. Some researchers are working on digital watermarks and cryptographic signatures that could prove whether a video is authentic. Imagine if every legitimate video camera embedded an invisible, unforgeable marker. That could help, but it requires adoption across the board, and we're not there yet. Another approach is legal and regulatory. Some countries are starting to pass laws against creating and distributing deepfakes without consent. The EU has regulations on synthetic media. The US is slower to move, but there's pressure building. The challenge is enforcement. How do you police something created in someone's basement on the internet? There's also the media literacy angle. The better people understand that video isn't necessarily proof anymore, the less power these fakes have. That sounds simple, but it's actually hard to implement at scale. Most people still have this intuition that seeing is believing. Here's what I think is the most important thing to understand. This technology isn't going away. It's going to get better and cheaper and more accessible. That's just the nature of technology. So the question isn't how to stop deepfakes from existing. It's how we adapt to a world where video evidence alone can't be trusted. And that's genuinely unsettling, right? We've built a lot of trust in visual media. We use videos for documentation, for news, for evidence in legal cases. If that trust breaks down, what replaces it? The optimistic answer is that we develop better detection tools, better authentication methods, better media literacy. We create a system where authenticity can be verified. The pessimistic answer is that we enter an era where we don't know what to believe, and that becomes the default. I think the truth is somewhere in between, but we're going to have to be intentional about which direction we go. The other thing worth noting, these tools are already being used responsibly by filmmakers, by visual effects artists, by people creating entertainment. It's not all doom and gloom. The same technology that can create a convincing fake can also create art and entertainment that wasn't possible before. The question is just how we manage the risks. So here's the bottom line. AI video generation has crossed a threshold. It's no longer a niche technical capability. It's becoming mainstream. And that means this is everyone's problem now, not just technologists' problem. If you want to actually understand what's coming next in AI, not just the hype, but the real implications, subscribe. I break down one of these topics every few days, and honestly, this stuff matters more than people realize.